Well, analysts are saying it has been a mixed 2023, a mixed result from Japan's year of chairing, leading, presiding over the G7. If you look at the structural elements of how it has hosted these summits and events throughout the year, everything's gone off without a hitch. All of the ministers' meetings have gone well, apart from that one incident where Japan sent a man to the Women's Empowerment and Equality meeting, which was not the best look for the country. But security was tight. The Leaders' Summit went off without a hitch. But when it comes to the agenda setting in part of it, that is where some questions have been coming in from geopolitical experts that I've been talking to. The Prime Minister held in May the Leaders' Summit in Hiroshima, his hometown. He had wanted, he said, to set a platform and claims that he has succeeded in doing so of anti-nuclear discussions. This is of course amidst saber rattling from Russia and North Korea, but this has effectively become the Volodymyr Zelensky show at that time. The Ukrainian leader said he was going to attend the summit virtually. He came over and attended in person, and that effectively took up a great part of the attention, and rather than focusing on Indo-Pacific affairs, a large part of the reporting of the summit anyway focused very much on the war in Ukraine. Now, this is a valuable chance, or has been a valuable chance, analysts say, for Japan to set the agenda to focus on Indo-Pacific geopolitical and security issues. One analyst told me that it was very important just before the G7 Leaders Summit for the Prime Minister to go to Ukraine and visit Volodymyr Zelensky himself in person to show that Japan cares about the same sorts of things that other G7 leaders do, because the G7 is not going to be led by Japan for another 7 years, not until 2030. It's going to be focused in Europe and in North America. And so it's very important that Japan has shown that it cares about the same things that these other leaders do, in case in that time any conflict breaks out in its own backyard, that it can reliably count on their support in return. So as I say, as analysts say, mixed results for the Prime Minister. He'll be looking back, experts say, and pondering, how he can continue to keep Japan and its profile significant in the G7 going forward into 2024. Chris Gilbert for SABC News in Tokyo.